Support this podcast via our Patreon and get more writerly goodness. Visit patreon.com/nanocast to join up.
Welcome to NaNoWriMo Every Month. My name is J. Daniel Sawyer. I'm the author of some 20 books, 34 short stories, and numerous articles and other things, and I am your guide on this journey to use NaNoWriMo to level up to professional output levels. Welcome to The Questions, Episode 83. Today we have two very similar questions from JR and Melisa. So I'll ask JR's first because it's shorter, and then Melisa's, and then I'll answer them both. JR asks, what is trademark infringement as it relates to writing? And Melisa asks, I have a series that I'm setting at a convention, WormCon. I want to make sure I'm safe referencing trademarked names. For example, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Captain America, etc. My question is twofold. If all I am doing is referencing the shows and characters, such as, you're time-blocked, Baker was the best Doctor Who ever, Tennant is just a poser, or, wow, did you see the Captain America that just walked by? He could rescue me any day. Am I safe, both regarding the trademarks and the actors? And do I need to put the TM next to their names every time? I mean, it's a con, where there are lots of things to comment on. Okay, so the thing you need to understand about trademarks is that trademarks exist to protect the trademarked symbol or name in a specific domain of commerce, so that when people see this brand name, they know that this brand name is associated with this company and no other company. If you are not representing these other characters as your own, either directly or indirectly, you're probably fine. For example, Melisa, any of the examples you gave are perfectly okay because that's people talking about another property. That's not Doctor Who showing up in your book and running around. However, you can still have Doctor Who show up in your book and run around and do stuff. You just have to be oblique about it. If someone ran through, dressed, and you described David Tennant's outfit as the Doctor, wielding a strange screwdriver with a blue light on it, saying, oh my god, I'm late for an important date, and ran into a nearby phone booth, much to the confusion of everybody present, well, that wouldn't be trademark infringement. That would just be an homage. That's fair use. That's parody. Any number of things like that. Now, if instead of having a walk-on part, Doctor Who became a real character in your book, then you're indirectly representing to other people that you have the authorization to do business with the Doctor, which is not true. Now, if during that cameo you called him the Doctor, then you would also be representing that you own that character, and you don't. This is why you'll see things like in the new Supergirl television series, which is produced by a company that doesn't own the rights or the license to use the Superman trademark. They will frequently talk about Superman, but they will never use the word Superman. In fact, Superman showed up at one point, but they only showed his boots, because the suit is trademarked, but the boots themselves are not. So that's how you get around this kind of stuff. You just be careful, and if people are talking about a pop culture phenomenon, there's absolutely no problem with that. That's well within the law. And if you're actually having trademarked characters show up, you want to be really careful that it's in a parodic fashion, or that you're dancing around all the trademarks very, very carefully. It's okay for your audience to know what you're about, as long as you're not infringing on any of the trademarks. And no, you don't have to use the little TM symbol anytime the name shows up in the text, though it is considered good form to, in the acknowledgments, mention Doctor Who is a trademark owned by the British Broadcasting Corporation, yada yada yada, if you can track down who owns it. Anyway, less scary than it seems at first, but still a little weird because it's not exactly the same as copyright. But I hope that helps. And remember, I'm not a lawyer, and this was not legal advice. This is just my best understanding of the way things are as a layperson who works in this arena. So always do, if you are in serious doubt, double check with a lawyer or with another reputable source that can confirm or bust what I've told you here. I hope that helps, and I'll see you tomorrow. NaNoWriMo Every Month is written and presented by J. Daniel Sawyer and produced by Artistic Whispers Productions. Visit our website at nanowrimoeverymonth.com and leave a tip in the tip jar or join the Patreon to support this podcast. NaNoWriMo Every Month is copyright 2016 by J. Daniel Sawyer and Artistic Whispers Productions and is released under a Creative Commons Non-Commercial Attribution No Derivatives license.